And I'm back again, like I said I was this time. This is going to be, I guess it's going to be a different subject, but it's still personal. It's real personal. I'm getting real personal. So, I know that wrong, I'm smiling. So, um, recently, like a couple days ago, spending all this time with my pound cake. And when he left me, I was so distraught. I had no idea that I would be having this much emotion to somebody just, I see you later. Like, I see you later. Like, I will literally see him again. But, like, I was so freaking distraught. It freaks me out right now. We talk all day, all night, but it was like, bro, I miss you. I need you around. I can't fathom being with you and then having to go our separate ways again. So that got me to thinking, maybe it's abandonment issues. Maybe I am afraid of people leaving me. And I was like, please leave me. I don't care. Like, I'm used to being left out and not thought about and all this stuff. But I was like, you know what? Maybe it's not abandonment issues. Maybe it's attachment issues. It's possessiveness. It's controlling, even though I don't think I'm controlling. But whatever. I started thinking back about stuff. How when you have like a best friend, a girlfriend, or a guy friend, and it's just you two, and you do so much stuff together, and then by the end of the night you have to go home to your own house, and you're just like, oh, I don't want to leave you. You know, two people, they hold on to each other and they have to go. It's curfew or whatever. And I'm like, I've done that a lot. I've never wanted to let go of people that I let inside of my little circle, my little life that I have. And it just made me think like, dang, you know, maybe I am this possessive person. Why am I possessive? What does that mean? I am not a professional. I have not read a psychology book or anything like that, but it's just me correlating things, me putting pieces in a puzzle together. When I was younger, like many people, like many Black people, the father wasn't in the home. My father was in the home, and then I watched my father get kicked out of the home. Like, I literally remember, I can remember it like it was yesterday. My two brothers were eating breakfast. I hear screaming and shouting. I go to the stair, like say like behind me, the staircase or whatever. And I see my mom and my dad arguing at the top of the steps with like this rack of clothing. Next thing I know, this rack of clothing is falling down the steps. So I move out of the way, and next thing I know, my mom's kicking my dad. My mom is kicking my dad out of the house. And I remember just thinking, like, for a long time, I don't remember seeing him around until he has a new family. And now I'm seeing him every other weekend. This new family is full of girls. And I'm excited. I have sisters now. I get to be around girls all the time because in school I never fit in. So I wasn't, if I'm shivering, it's because it's cold. I'm in the basement. So I remember feeling like finally I get to have built-in best friends. I'm going to always, you know, and it was a lot of girls. So I was never alone. I now have this huge like system around me full of girls. I'm excited. But now I have to share my dad who wasn't around. And I was okay with that because like I get to share my dad, but I also get to have a whole bunch of sisters. So this is cool. Until something tragic happened. One of my sisters tried to kill me. So I didn't go around my dad's house anymore. That also meant that I didn't get to see my dad. So now I don't have the sisters, I don't have my dad. And in my mind, I was always a daddy's girl. But in reality, I was not. In my mind, I am Tamara and Ray from Sister Sister. I am Moesha and Frank from Moesha. That wasn't my reality, but because I saw it on TV and I just thought, yeah, that's me. I'm this black little girl. My dad is black, that's us. But in reality, that was not us. But I was never jealous of having to share my dad until I realized, maybe it wasn't jealousy, but it was, I had to let him go because he did not want to be around no more. He had to take care of these other girls because that was his family now. And he would come around every once in a while, maybe a birthday or two, and then he just stopped. Like, it was all communication just stopped. So in between that, I was in the church, and I'm now having to fit in with fitting in a religion now. So that was its own thing. And then I found my cousins, girls. We were doing everything together. And then, honestly, I really can't really explain what happened, but all I can probably blame it on is my mental illness was rearing its ugly head and I could not fit in anymore. So then I saw my cousins basically being with other girls and leaving me out. And because I was not fitting in with the other girls, I had to let them go because, you can't hold on to something that wants to go. If someone wants to leave, let them leave because, you can't control everything. But I was so attached to, this is mine. These are my cousins. This is my dad. They belong to me. Why are they leaving me now? Why are they being taken away from me now? So we have to reel it back in, y'all. So it's like I'm getting attached without the proper care in these relationships. So now it's like when I have something good, I'm now thinking, no, don't leave. You leave my presence that can open up space for someone else to come in and take you from me. I'm attached to you. I don't want the attachment to leave because we're having a good time. This is all working out. But now I'm feeling like maybe the space comes in and now you'll see something wrong with me. And so now you have to go and leave me and find someone else to have a good time with or love better than you love me. So maybe it's abandonment mixed with attachment, mixed with possessiveness, mixed with just always getting the short end of the stick, which I definitely have been. I'm the middle child, or I was the middle child. So now it's like, yeah, I don't want to feel alone. So when my pound cake leaves me, I'm just like, this is the end. This is the end. I'm never going to get this again. And it's not true. The relationship is really new, but I just, I feel so attached to him, and I could not get over the fact that I will see him again. It's that, oh my God, I'm never going to see you again. You know, you're going to leave me. You know, it's weird. I've never felt like this before. And it could also correlate to, you know, my brothers. One who tragically was murdered and one who chooses to exile himself from the family. So, yeah, I'm just like, you know, this is horrible. The timing is horrible to get these feelings because it's like, you know, black women got to be strong and independent. We don't need no man. But it's like, I want one. I want to need one. I need one around because I'm so used to not ever having one or them just leaving, you know. It's horrible. There was other things I wanted to say in this that has to do with, you know, abandonment issues and attachment issues. But, you know, I have to do more self research. I call it self research because when I go back in time, which I can do in my head, and pick out things that I feel like affects me now, because everything, I feel like sometimes I just, you know, shove things so deep down inside that when I pull it out, I'm just like, is that what really happened, or is that just me in my warped reality? But sometimes I'm like, no, that is what really happened, because I don't live in delusion. I can't live in delusion because things are just what it is. Like, this is what happened. This is a fact. This happened to me. That is a fact. Now, how I feel about it, I take it out. I take my feelings out when I process it because I'm like, yeah, this is how it happened. But the truth is, this is what really happened to me. Or this is what really happened in this situation. I really do wish that, okay, you know what? The next video will be where I pick up off where, you know, my dad comes back in my life. That's part 3. We'll do part 3 for today. We'll do part 3. Thank you for watching. Come back for part 3 about the crazy ride of my father coming back into my life. The short stay that he had in my life.